only begotten Son. Long live the King of Kings, Lord of Lords.
Forgive us, Father.
Yahoo, 2017, you're the push.
Have mercy, Abba.
We are warriors, right?
Forgive me for my transgressions.
Swords called to the table.
Have mercy, Abba.
Nothing personal. But
mercy
doctrine
on
will
our
be tested and sliced.
Play your role, lead your soul with understanding. Fear God, Shema, keep His commandments. Father, Yah, forgive us for all the sinning. This a pure repentance, and He coming like a thief in the night. Judgment day is coming. Judgment day is coming. Judgment day is coming. It's like a thief in the night. Judgment day is coming. Judgment day is coming. Judgment day is coming. It's like a thief in the night. Judgment day is coming. Judgment day is coming. Judgment day is coming. It's like a thief in the night. Judgment day is coming. Judgment day is coming. Judgment day is coming. And He coming for war.
Father, I have sinned. Wash this blood from my hands. Yeah, I'm far from innocent, but a victim of circumstances. Chances after chances, I admit I fall short a lot. Playing with hellfire, where the worm die. If not that lake is boiling hot, but my soul have no place there. Examine the cards before they're dealt, cause Satan never play fair. Scripture tell us beware, conspiracy against the throne. Words from Daniel Solomon, play it safe and stay at home. Strange doctrine on the rise, false prophets I despise. Churches is filled with lies, peep the deceit in their eyes. He have an ear, let him hear the testimony of the wise. Wax bold in this last hour, cause He coming like a thief in the night.
Lead your soul with understanding. Fear God, Shema, keep His commandments. Father, Yah, forgive us for all the sinning. This a pure repentance, and He coming like a thief in the night. Judgment day is coming. Judgment day is coming. Judgment day is coming. It's like a thief in the night. Judgment day is coming. Judgment day is coming. Judgment day is coming. It's like a thief in the night. Judgment day is coming. Judgment day is coming. Judgment day is coming. It's like a thief in the night. Judgment day is coming. Judgment day is coming. Judgment day is coming. And He coming for war.
Master preacher, teacher, so listen through your speaker. Cause He was there when I was moving off my beat, was straight hustling. Past the pork chop, you still trusted them. Eddie Long can burn, you still hugging them, believe it not. And this Galatians with the flow, your Lord is never mocked. When will it stop? In heaven's where I place my stock. Spiritual brother, but I be whizzing on your stunts and stops. Full on the yak, I think the odds, you know I miss my pops. I speak the truth, my sandal plants, they GMO your crops. I'm from the land, they lay you down, they even pay the cops. So what to do, spit a parable. The orange pervert is your president, America is looking terrible.
Your role, lead your soul with understanding. Fear God, Shema, keep His commandments. Father, Yah, forgive us for all the sinning. This a pure repentance, and He coming like a thief in the night. Judgment day is coming. Judgment day is coming. Judgment day is coming. It's like a thief in the night. Judgment day is coming. Judgment day is coming. Judgment day is coming. It's like a thief in the night. Judgment day is coming. Judgment day is coming. Judgment day is coming. It's like a thief in the night. Judgment day is coming. Judgment day is coming.
In Israel, all praise to the Most High. There's only begotten Son. The time draws nigh, and these the last days. Judgment's on the table when you stressing a 401k. So few strive to get saved as a drop to a wave. Repentance profits us nothing once we beyond the grave. His thoughts never been your thoughts, ways never been your ways. Redemption's at hand for the children of the slaves. Guardians of the throne step up. Hamashiach we rep, bruh. Snakes soon to be thrown down, mouths are open sepulchres. Isaiah 58:1 till your ears bleed. As the days of Noah, so shall the Son of Man be. Blessed be Yahweh who teaches my hands to war and fingers to fight. Get right, cause He coming like a thief
in the night. Lead your soul with understanding. Fear God, Shema, keep His commandments. Father, Yah, forgive us for all the sinning. This a pure repentance, and He coming like a thief in the night. Judgment day is coming. Judgment day is coming. Judgment day is coming. It's like a thief in the night. Judgment day is coming. Judgment day is coming. Judgment day is coming. It's like a thief in the night. Judgment day is coming. Judgment Judgment day is coming. Judgment day is coming. It's like a thief in the night. Judgment day is coming. Judgment day is coming. Judgment day is coming. And he coming for war.
I pray the Most High forgive my sins. Y'all knows I done enough to never get in. When them gold streets inhabit the earth, Matthew 6 and 10. Through the blood of Yahweh shall I truly repent. And I'ma keep spreading his word till my breath setting in. I pray that y'all part of the third that is called his remnant. To drink new wine in the kingdom be the ultimate. Don't let your flesh be the chooser of what you gon' get.
Play your role, lead your soul with understanding. Fear God, Shema, keep his commandments. Father, Yah, forgive us for all the sin and this a pure repentance. And he coming like a thief in the night. Judgment day is coming. Judgment day is coming. Judgment day is coming. It's like a thief in the night. Judgment day is coming. Judgment day is coming. Judgment day is coming. It's like a thief in the night. Judgment day is coming. Judgment day is coming. Judgment day is coming. It's like a thief in the night. Judgment day is coming. Judgment day is coming. Judgment day is coming. And he coming for war.
James chapter 1, verse 9 through 12. Let the brother of low degree rejoice in that he is exalted, but the rich in that he is made low, because as the flower of the grass he shall pass away. For the sun is no sooner risen with a burning heat, but it withereth the grass, and the flower thereof falleth, and the grace of the fashion of it perisheth. So also shall the rich man fade away in his ways. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation. For when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord hath promised to them that love him.
Shalom, family. I'm streaming on Rumble, Patreon, and one channel. All right. I can see y'all's comment if y'all comment on Rumble. I can see you if you comment on Order Melchizedek. I think I figured it out. Y'all. All right, let me get on into it. Yeah. I stream to another YouTube channel just in case something go wrong. I can upload the backup. All right. Well, let me get in stuff. Let me see. Let's see a comment. Hold on. Shalom, B1 Queensland. Baruch, peace, blessing. That's right. All right. Yes, I'm also streaming on Patreon. Patreon gonna take you directly to Rumble. If you go to Patreon, it's gonna take you directly to Rumble. You'll be in that chat room or on the Rumble app. It's gonna take you. You're gonna already be there. All right. Let me get into this. Y'all wonder why we ain't got nothing. It's a plan in place. We need to have our own food. The beast coming up, you won't be buying and selling. So we need to get our own land and learn how to grow food inside the house. That's not a bad idea, just in case. They got grow lights. He said, why you want to need to grow food inside the house? Well, let's just say you just happen to be by yourself and you got a garden outside. You go outside, see what I'm saying? Somebody done took all your food. It just pays to be universal or adaptive or have more than one plan. But the Most High keeps showing me his people going to be all right. We ain't going to be begging for bread. He keeps showing me that. But that don't mean all of us ain't going to, need something to eat. Well, let me get into the lesson. All right. A lot of y'all know black farmers got sold. How many of y'all knew black farmers got sold fake seeds? Oh, I just eliminated something. All right. Let me see here. Sold fake seeds. Let me see here. Yeah, let me show y'all this. Is this a video? Let me see. Let me do a sound check. Yeah. All right. You got to sue these folks. Then, you got to do some kind of fighting, basically, what it boils down to. Is this a video? See if it's gonna play. All right, let's get it cracking.
This is AP News Minute. The Justice Department released an affidavit Friday explaining the justification for the FBI's search of Donald Trump's Florida estate this month.
Trump.
Federal officials.
I don't care nothing about Trump. Let me read this comment. I don't care nothing about Trump. If I wanted to read about Trump, I did it. Let me see here. All right. Representative of the Black Farmers and Agriculturalists Association hold up signs before news conference Tuesday. Let me see what this is. I can't read that. All right. Black farmers whose numbers have already dwindled. Shalom, Spirit of Truth TV. All right. I'm also on, I think everybody might be in, well, you got some people in Rumble. All right. But nevertheless, you find where you are. If anybody have any, I see your comment. Oh, that's Sharadai Israel. All right. Let me see. I don't know who 9051 is, but I see your comment. All right. Now let me get back on focus. Yeah, this kind of distracted me because I'm having trouble learning how to adapt to this other website, but it's not getting me discouraged. All right, now, okay, black farmers whose numbers have already dwindled. They've stolen millions of acres of land from us. All right, precipitously over the past century, consistently, systematically, purposely, racism. All right, that's why we lost land. Over the past century, faced new hardship after suffering poor crop yields last year because they were sold fake seeds. All right? It were fake seeds. All right? Leaders of the Memphis-based Black Farmers and Agriculturalists Association have filed a class action lawsuit against Stein Seed, the nation's largest independent seed producer. Look at that name, Stein. Sound like it's ish. Sound like some ish is in the mix. Steam. I could be wrong, but it looked like an ish. All right. Independent seed producer accusing the Adel Iowa firm of targeting Hebrews and black folk. Yeah. Yes, sir. Hebrews and black folk. I use black because all of us is not one big Negro. You got some people who are descendants of Ham, some descendants of Shem. You got dark-skinned Asians. You got darks, but mostly it's aimed at Israel. That's who the brunt of the attack is named at, the real biblical Israelites. No one is going through earth. No one is going through what we're going through. That's why you got to know who you are. Satan does not have time to waste on simple, poor black folk. He don't have the time for that. Okay? The Bible specifically points out that we are the Most High's battle axes and weapons. Jeremiah chapter 51. Start around the 19th verse and read down. All right, well, let me get on into it. The suit alleges that black farmers who attended the 67th annual Mid-South Farm and GSO in Memphis last year bought more than $100,000 worth of certified seed. How did they get certified? Let me see. Warehouse in near Sledge, Mississippi. All right, who certifies seed? Let's see who else's hand is in a cookie jar. Let's see. I said who? What are certified seed? Okay. According to the North Carolina State Extension, certified seed is that has been produced and labeled according to, okay, who puts the label on? Complying with requirement of an official seed certifying agency. Okay, who's the agency? See, That sound like co-conspirators. Like if I drive somebody to the bank, they tell me to go take them to the bank to go cash their check, and I just drive them to the bank, and they go in there and rob the bank. They gonna get me as an accomplice. They not gonna investigate to see I knew they were going to the bank. They just gonna get me as an accomplice. So I'm applying the same logic to these heathens. Okay? Let the Most High sort it out. At least look at the evidence. At least do an investigation. I can't accuse you. You have to look at the investigation. Is there an ongoing pattern of this? All right. Association of Official Seed Certified Agency served the third purpose more. Why didn't he just refund their money or give them some more seeds if it's an honest mistake? Oh yeah, I forgot. You're not gonna know the seeds are fake until you get them in the ground and you done lost the time in harvesting. Okay, now it look like it's on. It might. I don't know, but anyway, let me see. I guess it's done on a state level. Okay. I don't know. But let me get back on my message. That's something y'all can look into. Let me play this for y'all right quick. Yes, sir.
At the very same time that America refused to give the Negro any land, through an act of Congress, our government was giving away millions of acres of land in the West and the Midwest. But not only did they give the land, they built land-grant colleges with government money to teach them how to farm. Not only that, they provided county agents to further their expertise in farming. Not only that, they provided low interest rates in order that they could mechanize their farm. Not only that, today many of these people are receiving millions of dollars in federal subsidies not to farm, and they are the very people telling the black man that he ought to lift himself by his own bootstraps. This is what we are faced with, and this is the reality. Now, when we come to Washington in this campaign, we are coming to get our check.
All right. They taught white folks how to farm. They gave them money to make sure they could keep their money. And you know, see what I'm saying? When he got to talking like this, well, they was already trying to get him to kill himself. So, yeah, that was his last message, I believe. All right, look here. 1 million black families in the South have lost their farms. On the other hand, they giving white people land, and I know this is about the same time. Okay, this was going on when King was alive. Okay, on the other hand, though, let me see here. They taking land from us. Then talking about you Negroes just can't get right. I don't know. I don't understand how I could come from another country and doing better than you. Y'all ain't got to fight, but we got to fight. See, the downside of fighting is you get wiser, you get smarter, you get stronger, you become more determined. That's the downside of fighting. Yeah. You stop worrying about fear, you stop worrying about dead, because you realize if you don't eat, you already dead. If you don't eat, your family dead. If you can't feed and protect your family, what good is you? Well, let me keep going. 1 million black families. But see, these heathens want to sue. They want to turn around and sue. Look here. Black farmers had got some debt relief. All right. But the white farmers want to sue because black folks is getting what they're supposed to be getting, that they've been getting the whole time. We didn't get none of we didn't get nothing that they got. But soon as it looked like black farmers finna get some money, here go your so-called Christians. Here go your so-called white folks that want to tell you who your enemies are. They want to tell you your enemy is somebody else. They want to tell you your enemy is way somewhere else. But they right there around you and you in amongst them. The Bible said we will be in the land of our enemies. Okay, we're in the land of our enemies. We looking at racism elbow to elbow. You going in the room with some white people there, you got some enemies in there. That's all like. All right. You don't hear no white preachers getting up on getting in the church calling out the wickedness of the racism of this white supremacist government we live under. You don't hear them. What are white folks at talking about this stuff? Huh? It ain't their fight. Okay? It's our fight. So when they tell you you racist, you ain't got no business taking advice from an enemy. Are you insane? You ain't got no business listening to your enemy and considering what they talking about. Think about it. Let's just say, for instance, the United States and Russia, they call themselves at it, whatever that is. Okay, so the United States gonna stop fighting because they ain't listening to Russia. All the while Russia is attacking them, trying to take their land, stealing their money, killing their citizens, raping their women, locking up all the people. The United States gonna hold back and not do nothing and not call Russia out because they worried about the opinion of the Russians. This is these white folks talking to us, trying to tell us who our enemies are, and you calling division and racism. No, your people created division and racism. We didn't create that. Your people maintains division and racism. Stop listening to these devils. Folks crazy. That's why you don't listen to crazy folks. Okay? Ain't no reasoning with them. All right. Okay. Black farmers dismayed as white farmers lawsuit halts relief payment. Okay, but look, white farmers sued to stop black farmers from getting money. But look, have y'all heard any lawsuits on this? Have y'all seen any white farmers suing because the United States is sending money to Ukraine farmers? What a lawsuit at? If y'all find a lawsuit, just let me know. Drop it in the comment section. We ain't all the same. I disagree. We ain't all the same. You got good people and you got evil. We ain't all the same. Okay, so black folks is halting the progress of white farmers. So we the same. We doing the same thing they doing. We ain't all the same. If we all the same in God's eyes, then who going to hell? Let me put this comment up here. Who going to hell? That's all I want to know. If everybody the same, who going to hell? Okay, if everybody the same in the eyesight of the Most High, then who going to be the goats? He said he going to separate the sheep from the goats, the good from the bad, the wheat from the tares. If we all the same. Okay, if we all the same, then why ain't the United States sending our farmers any money? Why they gonna bypass the people already here who pay taxes to give it to some foreigners? Why they gonna put up illegal immigrants that broke the law to get here? Why they gonna put them up in hotels? Why they giving them sanctuary city? All the while putting out poor black folks, gentrifying the neighborhood on the street if we the same. I rest my case. Let me show you. All right. Let me get this off of here. Now, the Biden administration is putting $100 million. Biden administration is. I used to think like that. All due respect, I don't like calling you dead, boy. I don't like, with all due respect, I used to think like that, man. I'm telling you, I used to think like that. Yeah, I used to think like that. That's why I fight hard against it. No, that ain't the way. I tried it already. It don't work. All right, let me read some more of this. Okay. Biden administration is putting $100 million into a new program to provide Ukrainian farmers You got hungry people right here. Hey, don't attack him, DSB. I thought he was a troll. I don't know him. It's his first time in here. I'm trying. If you would, don't just let him make it. Let him make it, man. You hear me, DSB? Let him make it. Yeah, but he didn't get rid of that. Yeah, let him make it. I thought he was a troll because that's my first time seeing him in the chat room. All right, he might be a troll. I don't know. Yes, sir. Thank you, soldier. All right, now. But anyway, y'all get the point. 100 million to a new program. 100 million. Okay, how much money have they sent to the Ukrainians? Period. Let's see. Oh, okay. Okay. Look at here. They giving, let me see, who is this? $3 billion. This is military. That's separate from the farming. Black farmers trying to get money. They trying to get money to keep their farms going. This is, I think it's more than that. But look, this is military. They might as well just go to send troops over there. I'm just telling you what it is. They might as well. But all right, they sending lost billions in land value. Let me see here. But they're not gonna fix this. They'll tell you. See, that's the dangers of these. That's the thing. They'll tell you that it's going on. They ain't gonna never fix it. They ain't gonna correct the problem. They're not gonna stop. Okay. Look at this. They're not gonna stop the problem. Okay. If you're waiting on your enemies to tell you that they're your enemies, listen to their actions. That's going to tell you all they need to know. All you need to know. If you're waiting on your enemies to tell you that they are your enemies, all the thing you need to listen to is their actions. On Judgment Day, what Mashiach going to listen to is your actions. He said, why call ye me Lord, Lord, and do not do what I say? Doing is actions. Let me show you. Yeah, people can say all this stuff, but watch what they do. Go to the Bible on. Ought to be in the New Testament. Look right here, Luke 6:46. Why call ye me? I don't like to use that name, but I'm going to read it like I said. Lord, Lord, and do not the things which I say. Watch what they are doing. Shalom, DSB, B1 Queensland, Spirit of Truth TV, and everybody else. Watch what they do, okay? Don't watch what they say. Watch what they do. All right? Now, let me get back over here. All right. Y'all see what it is. Ain't nobody, they is bringing the Ukrainians over here, giving them a place to stay. They giving them money to live on. Where is the white farmers suing the government for that? Where is the white farmers suing them for sending money to the Ukraine farmers? Huh? Telling y'all. All right, let me see. Let me see how long I've been on. 28 minutes. All right. Okay. The U.S. Department of Agriculture is scheduled to begin sending out payments to black and minority farmers. See, this is where they're getting over at. You need to stop this. This opened the door to other ethnic groups. I just showed you we lost billions of acres of land. Nobody else, not no black and Asians, not no black and Hispanics, not no black and Mexican. But when it comes out to getting money, they got to divide the money up with somebody else that didn't lose nothing. See what I'm saying? Don't worry about nobody else. When nobody else out there picking that cotton, When nobody else going through Jim Crow. When no, hey, We better pick up on that and start loving our own. All right. The USDA said it will forcefully defend. Yeah, because they done already figured out the trick bag, the mind trick. Let me see. Here. If they giving them a loan, they got to pay that back. If they got to give them a loan is they got to pay it back. So let me see here. USDA relief payments. Let me see. I'm just see. I didn't really read these, and I'm doing it now. Let me see. I'm looking for something. Let me see, can I find some kind of graph or something? Or who getting the money? But white folks was getting most of the money. The last chart I saw, you do your own research, white people was getting the most of the money. Okay? It was going to them. Okay? But this, I don't know what this is. Let me get back on track. I saw a chart. White people was getting most of the money. All right? Yeah, the Most High gonna force us to the ancient pathway. Let me see. The United States announces $100 million to Ukraine agriculture. Look, $100 million. Black folks trying to get some money that they never got. And they taking that money all the way overseas, give it to somebody else. Okay. Y'all, this is United States. Look. All you gotta do is type that title in, they're gonna take you right here. If anybody want to look at it, I'll drop it in the chat. I'll drop it in the chat. Look at it. Just type in USA, and this title is going to take you right here. All right. Let me see here. What this is. Look. This is basically a witness to this. They're going to make sure their white brethren got food to eat, but they're gonna make sure we ain't got nothing. Go by what they act, go by their actions. And then on top of that, you got the so-called white Christians coming across the top with the elbow, and they doing all they can to make sure we don't get nothing. Sabotaging. All right. The deliberate destruction of property or obstruction of normal operation, as by civilians, enemy agents, in a time of war. All right? We ain't got time to fight each other. All right? Black farmers sue Mississippi farm for racial discrimination. Let me see what this is. Lost wages, abusive immigration system to deny U.S. workers of jobs. See that? That's the whole reason why they bringing these immigrants over here, so they don't have to give us a job. That's the reason. They don't need us to vote. But I'm not voting for them no way. I'm pretty much done on the voting. Unless I see somebody that I know right here locally, I'm pretty much done on the national level. I'm not saying I won't ever, but I'm pretty much done. I'm pretty much done checked out. We're not getting anywhere. The same fight that we was fighting, Malcolm X was fighting, Dr. King was fighting, the same thing. Police brutality, racism, sabotage, discrimination. We still fighting. So what are we voting for? What are we voting for? I guess I'm gonna get on this CIA thing too. I think I'm gonna do a CIA. I don't know if the brothers in Memphis gonna do a lesson tonight. I don't know. I'm gonna wait and see. But I think I'm gonna put together some notes about that CIA and show you without a shadow of a doubt. I'm gonna load that video I already did up on CIA. I did it. I'm gonna upload it to Patreon. It's a video I did a few years ago. I'm gonna go back through that video and get some more notes out of that video, but I'm gonna do another one. I'm gonna soon as I get out here if I forget. Share Lynette Baby. Remind me if I forget. I'm gonna upload that. I'm gonna put that video on Patreon. 100% evidence that the United States is the cause of the crack epidemic. All right, I'm gonna put that video up here. Straight facts. I'm gonna put it on Patreon. That video been out for a few years, but nevertheless. Okay, thank you, baby. All right, now. Y'all see what it is. Y'all pretty much got the gist of it. See, can I find some videos? See, can I find some videos for y'all to watch? Let me see. Let me see this. If they pause the stream, you know, sometimes they'll pause the stream. But let's see here. Let's get it cracking. Let me.
Antoine Downs can count on his hands how many black farmers he met when he was a child.
Well, a lot of the black kids never see someone that look like them doing this. They don't think there's no black farmers. And eventually, we might just be extinct.
Only about 1.3% of American farmers are black, but that's something he's trying to change.
I got red fruit here. I got so much red fruit.
Antoine helped start an organization to mentor younger farmers like Adrian Nelson.
You can see a few pimples. It's starting to get the dent, but it ain't as far as long with that one.
The 29-year-old works with his father and brothers. They all say it isn't an easy road.
Getting funded. That's our biggest problem. I don't know if it's because of, we don't own as much land as the other farmers, or if it's just discrimination. But I feel it's the latter. I feel it's discrimination.
That's what it is.
And now, low commodity prices, extreme weather, and the pandemic are putting small farm operations like these at risk of disappearing altogether. Antoine has been farming soybeans and corn in Louisiana's Morehouse Parish since he was 21.
I talk about the legacy that my great-great-grandfather left, which he was a slave, fought in the Civil War, and after he was mustered out, he bought 80 acres of land. Since then, I'm the first one to buy farmland after that.
But he knows he's a rare case. Only 7% of farmers are black in his state. Most operate small farms and often rent the land. To this day, Antoine rents about half of the 600 acres he farms.
If your family didn't own land, it's just hard to be successful. A lot of
I tell you what, if you know some black farmers, it ain't a bad idea to get to know what some are. You see, we might have to get you're gonna have to adopt the mindset. If you got to get out here by hand and do it old school style, whatever it takes to get the food on the table, as long as it's according to the laws of the Most High, you're gonna have to adopt that mindset. Oh, I ain't getting out there. They ain't got no tractor, so I'm not. Well, what's starve then? Starve. That's starve. We got to adopt this mindset.
big, large farmers, they came up with the best of education, went to the best schools, and then it's hard to find someone that's going to follow in your footsteps.
That's part of the reason he set up a farmers association and mentorship program in the local area. He's been working closely with Adrian since 2018.
When I talk about success, you know, I said most of the successful black farmers, and they all worked 2 jobs.
And I took that advice to heart. I got my insurance.
How you gonna be a farmer and you got to work 2 jobs? See, let me pause this for a minute. Let me see all them cows, them white farmers. Remember them white farmers losing they livestock. See, the Most High he balanced in the scale. Most of your farmers, if your farmers losing livestock. Let me go to some images. Look at this. Look at this. See, these folks so racist. If you got more people farming, the less likely you are to starve. Even if you don't like black folks. If you got more farmers, even I know that, the less likely you are to see. They losing livestock, y'all. You got droughts and floods. What y'all think that's about? Huh? Look at this. Let me see what this is. What y'all think that's about? Where is this at? This is in India. Let's get back over here. But yeah, they don't like us either. They don't like us either. They don't like us either. I done dealt with some of them. They don't like us either. And then some of them darn Indians I done met, they're darker than me. And don't get me wrong, being dark is a blessing. This is worldwide. This is worldwide. But they didn't have cattle losses here. Y'all remember the snowstorms covered up some cattle? But yeah, they having a drought. Let me type in USA drought. Let me type in USA. You can refine my search. South Dakota, you know that's pretty much white land over there. South Dakota ranchers reeling from cattle losses. Quit hating on black folk. But these heathens would rather go to hell to be with their daddy to Satan before they do right. They'd rather go to hell. Let's see, is this a flood? This is a flood. I remember watching.
Here's why I threw away all my blood pressure meds.
Drinking this before bed can lower blood pressure by 20.
Budget deadlock in Washington is having a devastating impact on cattle. Ranchers in South Dakota, thousands of cows were killed in a freak autumn blizzard, but with government partially shut down, no federal assistance is available at a time when the ranchers need it most. Manuel.
Welcome to being black. No federal assistance is around when you need it. Welcome to our world. Not worrying about it. We're going to be all right.
This is available at a time when the ranchers need it most. Manuel Bojekas in St. Ange, South Dakota, rather.
The numbers are astounding. Tens of thousands of dead cattle are being collected from South Dakota's western prairie. On October 3rd, an unusual autumn snowstorm blanketed nearly 100 miles, stranding animals in ravines and pastures where they froze to death.
As a snow cover came over top, it literally started burying them.
Sioux Falls rancher Mike McIntyre lost nearly 200 cattle worth over $1,000 a head.
The worst thing was 2 inches of rain followed with 3 feet of snow afterwards. So not only was the ground wet, the cattle sunk into it. Many of them actually drowned.
Others lost 80 to 90% of their herd.
It creates quite the economic disaster for them. By losing the cows themselves, they've lost paychecks from years to come.
The blizzard, coming just days after 80-degree weather, brought winds of 70 miles an hour and record snowfall, as much as 4 feet. Drifts were so deep, cattle were able to step over fence lines, walking as much as 12 miles before they froze to death.
You started out being kind of in shock, and then you went numb, and I don't know what stage we're at now.
Traditionally, the federal government would provide a financial cushion during a crisis like this. But the farm bill expired during the government shutdown, and ranchers here say help, if it comes, is months away. Manuel Bojorquez, CBS News, St. Ange, South Dakota.
Okay. Yeah, what y'all think that's about? The Most High retaliating on our behalf. Let me close this out.
Cattle.
All right, let me finish this about the black farmer. All right.
Insurance license to start selling crop insurance. Agriculture is my heart. So I wanted something that's going to stay within agriculture as my job as well.
In 2015, Adrian, his 3 brothers, and his father dipped into their savings to start their own farming venture.
All of us got together and we put in $2,000 a piece to rent some farmland. And the Lord.
Who named that Negro Willie Nelson?
Blessed us and
Today, they farm 4,000 acres and rent nearly all of it at up to $175 an acre per year. They've relied on loans from the USDA to pay for seed, fertilizer, equipment, and other expenses. And that's where they say they've faced the most discrimination.
In certain situations, we had to go beyond to prove that we deserve the farm. When others, they could farm this year and get a loan out this world, then quit next year, they ain't frowned upon. Right. You know, he gave it a try, but with us, I knew he wasn't gonna do nothing.
They say they were denied loans or forced to take out more than needed, and they often experienced sellers jacking up prices for equipment. That's why all 3 of them took Antoine's advice and found second jobs.
If we don't have a second job, show second income, we get denied the loan. Right. We'll get denied because they say we can't afford to pay it back. And if we don't use all that loan money, they reduce it the next year down to where we can't farm.
The U.S. Department of Agriculture has a long history of discrimination. A study commissioned by the USDA.
The U.S. Department, the USDA, got a history of discrimination. Cut the checks. Break my bread. That's all right. The Most High gonna break your neck. Don't worry about it. You ain't got to cut nothing. You ain't got to break nothing. The Most High got y'all. He got y'all. Ooh, this coffee good.
The U.S. Department of Agriculture has a long history of discrimination. A study commissioned by the USDA in 1994 found that loans to black male farmers were 25% lower than those given to white male farmers on average. Then, in the late 1990s, 2 class action lawsuits on behalf of black farmers led to the largest civil rights settlement in history. The USDA paid out around $1 billion to black farmers who had faced discrimination.
Why they got to keep suing?
But nearly 60,000 black farmers did not have their claims heard. It took more than a decade for Congress to fund an additional $1.15 billion settlement to make up for it in 2010. The Nelsons' father, Willie, received a $50,000 settlement because of a discriminatory loan delay. In a statement to Insider, the USDA said it runs outreach and educational programs specifically targeting farmers who have been historically underserved, including African Americans. It also said the number of loans to minorities is at an all-time high. In spite of this, Adrian and his brothers still struggle with getting loans. They say this is a hurdle that young white farmers in their community don't face as much.
We know our counterparts, probably a little younger than us, their loan went through with much more ease. They was able to get equipment, right. Where we didn't. They got living expense, where we was denied. But just imagine how far we will be now if, just to focus on our farm, build our farming operation, other than working 8 hours on the farm now, then going to work another 8 hours, on another job.
Over the past 5 years, the Nelson brothers went from farming 30 acres to over 4,000 acres, an area nearly 5 times the size of New York's Central Park.
You need land that you own, no bank note, no nothing, and own it. That's the only way you really be profitable, because the land rent is steady increasing. Seeds and chemicals steady going up, commodity prices going down. It's tough. It's tough.
Farmers in Louisiana had a record number of tropical storms and hurricanes on top of the pandemic in 2020. Antoine was in the middle of harvesting his soybeans when Tropical Storm Beta hit in September.
That's one that's damaged there. You don't want to start getting a lot of that type of damage. And see, I'm just hoping that, we won't have over a 5% loss, but it's going to be some damage. I know that.
Despite the hardships, the Nelsons can't imagine a life doing anything other than farming.
You know, I wish that it was easy, but I have no problem with the fight. I'm a get the same thing just because you want to make it a little difficult. I'm gonna show you that that ain't deterring me.
Farming is a great opportunity. It brings us back to our roots. And it's something as a person that we've been doing all our lives. You know, if not you, your ancestors did it. And for you to have that opportunity to do something that we did for free and do it and take advantage of it and especially prosper in it to make your mother, your dad, your sisters, them proud, get in there, prove the odds wrong, and succeed.
All right, fam. I'm surprised they didn't shut the stream down. Maybe they didn't because I stopped in the middle of it. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. It's like another little video. Hold on. Let me go to a short one. Yeah, I'm finna wrap this up. But I'm finna I'm gonna upload that video about that CIA, and then I'm gonna do another thing about that CIA. I'm gonna show y'all. I'm not just talking that they did this to us. Okay? This ain't got nothing to do with farming. Let me see here.
Free 24/7 weather with Denver 7 Plus. In-depth forecast, live radar, and more, and it's all free. Search Denver 7 on your Roku or other device and start watching.
In this community garden, Robert Wiggins is growing tomatoes, basil, lettuce.
We're looking at these bases.
While also using this space to help diversify American agriculture through education.
Education allows people to grow in the space, but also to learn more about the history of the land.
A new study found that Black farmers in the U.S. lost around $326 billion worth of acreage during the 20th century. The study says land loss was due to discriminatory policies, forced sales, and other factors.
As of January 2022, that $326 billion basically represented the market capitalization of Target, Ford Motor Company, and Starbucks combined.
Dania Francis, one of the authors of the study, says they looked at acreage lost, land value, and income.
The value of the land plus maybe some income that might have come from the land. But we know that land is an asset that people use to build wealth upon.
So that was a big dream that people had. Own your own land. Don't rent.
George June and Jay Trask took me through archives of areas like Deerfield, a historically Black farming settlement in the 1900s, now a ghost town.
All over the country, there were farming communities, and they actually began about after the Revolutionary War around the United States.
Stats show Black farmers peaked in 1910 at 16 to 19 million acres. Now 4.7 million acres are owned by Black farmers. That's less than 1% of all farmland.
When they had the Louisiana Purchase.
Less than 1% of farmland. The wealth gap have increased since slavery. That's why the gloves come off. They should have been off, but nevertheless.
And they bought all that land.
If a heathen don't understand, if a heathen ain't doing nothing I'm talking about, if they ain't an enemy of my people, then why is you upset? You shouldn't be upset because I'm not talking to you, right? If somebody calls me a rapist or something, no, let me take that back. If somebody just start talking about rapists, why would I get upset them talking about rapists if I'm not one? Huh? Okay? It's all right for them to put everybody, all Negroes, put the blame on Chicago on all Negroes. It's all right for them to do that. They cool with blaming every Black person for what go on in Chicago. But don't them people pay taxes for the police? Don't they pay taxes for the government to keep law and order? Why you ain't blaming the police? Why come the police ain't solving none of these murders? Why they got cameras everywhere and they can't pinpoint, they can't narrow down the search to certain cars that was in the vicinity when the murder took place? Huh? I subject to you that maybe it's the white supremacist police. Sniping, killing going on. That's something else I might need to do. But nevertheless,
West, they paid 2 cents per acre. 2 cents has grown quite a lot. An acre of land now, non-irrigated, you can expect to pay approximately $1,400.
Generational wealth was one of the ideas behind doing something at Deerfield. They knew that if they could own their own land.
I'm going to tell y'all something else, Israel. These folks have robbed us so much and so consistently. Even when Mashiach came the first time, they were robbing us then. The only way we can be truly and honestly compensated is that the Most High give us the whole earth. He's going to give it back to us. Read your Bible. He's going to give us the whole earth back. They can't compensate us. They done took too much. They done shed too much blood. The only way the Most High can balance them scales. The earth was given to us, first of all, in the first place. Adam was a black man. He just chose a bloodline from the descendants of Adam, from the descendants of Noah, from the descendants of Shem to do his will. And yes, you got strangers that join in. Okay. But the stranger ain't driving nothing. They're not running nothing. No more than we're running anything. We are strangers in America. But I try to abide by the law. I just try to get a little money, take care of my business, and go on. Because I'm a stranger in America. I don't try to do anything that's going to disrupt the country because I'm a part of the country, right? Yeah. So you strangers, you claim y'all living right and you obeying the word. Sit down. Sit down, okay? Sit down. You ain't running nothing. That's the point.
Own their own homes. They could use that to pass on to their children. They could sell it. They could borrow against it.
I understand generational poverty very well because I've come from it. And I'm working my butt off to gain access to land and resources.
Wiggins is trying to change that with every crop he puts in the ground.
I hear a lot about poverty. I hear a lot about lack of access and opportunity. Well, I guarantee you $250 billion could buy a lot of opportunity. It's not just the value of the land. It is the value of the people in which the land was taken from and what they've lost.
I'm Chloe Nordquist reporting.
All right. Yeah, see, they done got their heaven right now. They done got their heaven right now. They partaking in our demise. They got their heaven right now. You're not gonna have whosoever shall find their life shall lose it. Y'all done found y'all life. So you're gonna lose it. That don't see now. Whosoever shall lose their life. Those living according to the word gonna find it. There is no replacement Israel. The 144,000 are all from the 12 tribes of Israel. The gates of the kingdom is named after the tribes of Israel. Nowhere in the Bible you're going to find a spiritual Israel or a replacement. But what you will find, and me and Mikael covered that last night or sometime this week, that the Most High said he ain't replacing his people. Okay? That y'all just wishing. That's that arrogant mindset. Let me see what this is. Okay. I'm finna bring this to an end. I've been going about an hour. That's about long enough. I got an engagement in a little bit. Got some business to take care of. Y'all remember now, all that stuff I showed you, you got white farmers suing Given all the history of how we've been consistently, systematically discriminated against, robbed, had land stolen, you got your white brethren, your so-called Christians and white supremacists trying to undermine us. Okay? They don't see you as equals. And you know what? I don't want to be equal to a devil myself. I don't want to be equal to a devil. Is beneath me. It's beneath me. He belongs under my foot, as the Bible says. All right. Let me see here. I'm just going to make sure I ain't missed nothing. Look at that. Just black folks losing land value. Now, redlining. You should, when you see black farmers lost billions in land value, you should have a flashback of redlining, where some white people took pens and said, because you black and you live in this area, your property value is gonna go down. So when you get ready to sell your house, you're gonna get crumbs. You're gonna get nothing. Same thing. All right. And then they got a group of appraisers, white appraisers, get lowballing black people selling houses. Look right here. You can find all kind of stories like this. When a black homeowner concealed her race, her home appraisal doubled. Let me see how long this video is. See all this stuff. I'm not trying to look, all y'all enemies. If I don't know you, just stay over there and let the Most High deal with you. Stay over there. Don't try to.
Hey, businesses.
Don't try to work too hard like you are friend. Just stay over yonder somewhere. Stay over there. Waiting on this ad to go. Then it might not even show a video. Let me see. I'm finna end this though. You got to do all this. When they tell you ain't no racism. Ain't no racism. Ain't no racism. Let me see if they're going to show it. If not,
This woman claims the appraisal of her home was cut by more than half simply because of her race. Carlette Duffy, who is black, suspected she was being lowballed on the true value of her property on 2 separate appraisals. So she removed pictures of herself and other items from her home and had a white male friend stand in for her during a 3rd appraisal. She watched the price rise.
Yeah, we know who our friends are. We know. Black people has a history of not killing kind slave masters, people that wasn't doing no harm to us. We got a thorough history of letting people live. Leave black folks alone law. That's what we need. We need to leave black folks alone law. Eddie Griffin.
From $110,000 to $259,000. Joining us now, Carlette Duffy, and joining her is Amy Nelson, the Executive Director of Fair Housing Center of Central Indiana, a fair housing nonprofit assisting Carlette with her complaint. Carlette, first of all, wow. I mean, this is an amazing story. What made you suspect that something was up, and how did you come up with this plan?
Well, the language from the first appraisal is what really sent red flags up for me. And the language had to deal with, it was talking about COVID, about it being COVID and I should try later. And also talked about the construction quality of my home and that surrounding neighborhoods, especially those to the south, had superior construction quality. And the neighborhood to the south of me is actually another historic Black neighborhood, but that neighborhood has been gentrified. So when I read the, actually I was at a meeting with Amy, and Amy was discussing consent decrees and as it pertains to banks and whether or not they were following what they were ordered to do in the communities of color. And she talked about an appraisal that happened in Florida. And that case was sent to me at approximately like the same time by a good friend of mine. And so when I read it, I said, this is something that I have to do.
Amy, you can speak to how often this kind of thing occurs. I do want to mention that CNN reached out to the appraisal companies. The from those two appraisals got you the $110,000 and $125,000 appraisal. They deny that discrimination took place. But explain, Amy, I think this is a key point, what happened here, the way those appraisal companies decided on that number. They were looking at comps, so comparative house sales for homes that were actually farther away from Carlette's house than the other appraisal that yielded what you think clearly is a more fair appraisal dollar value.
Yeah, so the fair housing complaints that have been filed will be investigated by the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. And one of the things we allege in them is that the comps that were pulled were just not fair. And that could be because they were pulled from too far away, pulled from certain types of neighborhoods with similar demographics, number of different features of that. Carlette lives in a historically Black neighborhood here in Indianapolis. It's a neighborhood.
I'm sorry, I might be wrong, but I'm not buying what that white woman's saying. It's your job to value houses. So how you gonna misvalue her house in the wrong neighborhood when that's your? I'm not buying what this white woman is saying. Okay, I'm not buying it.
Neighborhood that has passed down home ownership to family members. And there aren't a lot of comps in her particular neighborhood, but her neighborhood shouldn't be devalued because of that or because of the race of her particular neighborhood when we have seen the neighborhoods all around her gentrify.
Carlette, I'm reminded of something that former President Obama used to say. He used to say, it turns out I've been Black my whole life. So he knows what things are like. And I can't put myself in your shoes.
I'm finna end this video. I don't want to hear nothing about Obama. I don't care nothing about Obama. He ain't do nothing for us. I don't hate him, but I don't want to see him. I don't even want to look at him. I'm done. Y'all go back and look at the beginning of the video. All right, y'all missed it. It's on Patreon and Rumble. And it's on Order Melchizedek. Y'all on YouTube. Yeah. All right, I'm finna end this lesson. Look for something else tonight. If the brothers in Memphis don't do a lesson, all right? If not, look for something else tonight, all right? Shalom, family. Love y'all. Let me see. Love y'all, and y'all take care. Okay? Let me see here. Okay.
Señorita, come on. Señor, come on. Vámonos a la deriva, deriva,
Make way for the blues, make way. The royal blues coming through today. Sun's up that we pour for more. So far, call your king, be ready and make way for the blues, make way. The royal blues coming through today. Sun's up that we pour for more. So far, call your king, be ready and
Let the Bible say what this wicked world decrees of people trodden down, who they always want to keep beneath. But the time has come for all those in the world to see the chains being broken. Spirit, mind, soul set free. A Negro. I said, como esta tu my Negroes. Praise the Most High, cause we's about to go. Once they found out more about these Negroes, said a Negro. I said, como esta tu my Negroes. Praise the Most High, cause we's about to go. Once they found out more about these Negroes. In 1492, Ferdinand and Isabella issued an edict to expel the Jews. They were banished from Portugal, Spain, and for their faith they were treated inhumane. This kicked off the Atlantic slave trade. Our history they try to erase. This fulfilled Deuteronomy 28. Every single curse is black Hebrews living every day. We are hidden Hebrews and every nation. We are hidden Hebrews and every nation. Let the prophecy. What this wicked world decrees of people trodden down, who they always want to keep beneath. But the time has come for all those in the world to see the chains being broken. Spirit, mind, soul set free. A Negro, a Negro. I said, como esta to my Negroes. Praise the Most High, 'cause we's about to go. Once they found out more about these Negroes, said a Negro, a Negro. I said, como esta to my Negroes. Praise the Most High, 'cause we's about to go. Once they found out more